A Reddit user shared a photo her boyfriend took during a 2013 hike along the Thames River path in the UK. The photo looked normal at first, showing a trail leading to a clearing. However, years later, they noticed the clearing was actually a glowing white shape at the trail's end. When zoomed in, the shape even seemed to change between two photos. The image has sparked various theories, with no clear explanation yet. Funky Prepper was on a solo camping trip filming his experience when something unusual happened.
So enter Funky10 and you'll get a discount 10% off anything you see, and that's pretty.
Discount 10% off anything you see, and
While discussing a tent he likes to use, viewers noticed a pale, translucent figure appear behind him. However, commenters pointed out that the timing of the appearance, coinciding with a product promotion, raised questions about whether it was a genuine ghost sighting or just a viral marketing stunt. But that we'll never know for sure. A YouTuber goes to the Blue Ghost Tunnel in Ontario. This tunnel is located near a graveyard with unmarked graves and is known for being haunted.
I don't know if the camera could pick this up, but listen in the background. I've just been informed that there's no trains in this area anymore.
As they get close, they start hearing a train-like horn. But what's strange is that no trains have run there for years. The tunnel's grim history includes frequent train derailments, and it was eventually condemned. As they enter, they hear this.
If that's you coming closer to me, could you please stop?
It sounds like a girl's voice calling for help. Then, a mysterious light far ahead caused them to panic and eventually leave.
I just seen a light at the end of the tunnel. What the fuck? Hello? What the fuck was that?
Leaving us all wondering what was making those sounds. These disturbing images were captured by a game camera in a forest near Indianola, Washington, on the Port Madison Indian Reservation, and posted by a Reddit user. The Redditor had hiked a mile or two to set up the cameras. According to him, the dense forest was nearly impossible to navigate without a strong light source, and the camera was not placed on a trail. Yet, on its first night, the camera captured an image of a person. The user contacted the police, concerned that a person might be in trouble, but no one was ever found, and the situation remains unexplained. This person was hiking through a cruise ship graveyard in Turkey when they captured something truly unsettling. While zooming in on a ship, a dark humanoid figure can be seen moving across the frame. It's unclear whether the figure is a ghost or someone scavenging for valuables, but to me, it doesn't appear to be a person at all. While hiking on the Nine Arch Bridge, a group of hikers was violently attacked by a swarm of bees. The aggressive attack was intense, but it's unclear whether anyone was severely harmed and how they got out of this nightmare situation. A man was hiking near an abandoned BBC station, closed since the 70s, when he decided to record a quick video to share with his friends. When he sent it to them, they asked about a strange sound in the background. That's when he listened closely and heard it too. The sound remains a mystery, with some thinking it's the croak of a frog, while others believe it might be a ghost. In June 2012, Jimmy Reynolds shared an eerie encounter from his cabin in the woods. He saw two green eyes staring back at him from the darkness.
What the hell? See, there it is. Hey. Oh, what the f? You'll see that.
He approached the eyes, but the creature ran off before he could get closer. Though he initially thought it could be a cat or dog, many commenters suggested it might be something larger, something unknown. One commenter warned that it might be stalking his house for food, urging him to lock his door. A Reddit user from Malaysia shared a chilling experience when walking home late at night. In the distance, she noticed a strange figure moving and grabbed her phone to record. The white figure resembled someone wrapped in a cloak or even covered with a blanket. While some believe it could be a ghost or paranormal entity, others think it's just a person wrapped in a blanket. But why would anyone be wandering like that in the middle of the night? And even more perplexing, why wouldn't someone subscribe to my channel? Tucker, a vlogger, is scouting a campsite when he finds something strange at the bottom of a lake deep in the woods.
How did a car get in here? Holy shit. You are absolutely kidding me that I just found this. There's no fucking way that somebody just... What? Bro. You're lying. I got it.
After noticing a vehicle underwater, he uses his GoPro to record footage. He leaves the site, but later returns with the police.
I also today, like when I started seeing like oil, and that's another reason I was like, I guess like that's a serious environmental thing too, right? Oh, you can see it really good now.
Oh yeah. How did they get the car over there?
Well, so yeah, I don't know unless they were in it, because the sunroof's open, I think. Yeah. And I was thinking like maybe these guys were doing a stunt or something. Because like maybe they drove it. But also I've seen in videos like cars kind of float along and you wouldn't think.
Float along before they actually.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that, but stuff.
Yeah, stolen.
It was stolen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so gnarly. Holy shit. I did not. I thought someone just did it by accident. What the fuck? What'd they do that for? That's so crazy.
The vehicle is found to be stolen, and the situation raises questions about how it ended up in the lake. Tucker's decision to report it might help solve the mystery. A man was riding his motorbike back home after a long day outdoors in Delhi, India, when something scary happened. If you look closely, you can see the shadow of another rider behind him, even though he's clearly alone. He didn't notice it at the time, but when he saw it later, he was absolutely freaked out. What was really behind him? In 2013, a woman living in a remote area of the Rocky Mountains set up a camera to capture wildlife, but what she recorded was far more unexpected. a woman emerged from the dark woods, moving strangely as she circled the house. The homeowner was baffled, as this area was difficult to reach and she rarely saw anyone walking there, especially not at night. How had this woman gotten there, and what was her purpose? Commenters believed she was in a trance or possessed by something dark, or perhaps she was under the influence of something. A Reddit user was hiking to a small cave, a spot he visits regularly. Upon reaching the cave, he began hearing strange noises emanating from deep beneath his feet. The sounds were unlike anything he'd ever heard before, and their depth made them even more unsettling. He couldn't help but wonder, was it a bear lurking below, or something far more sinister? Climber Casey Dubois was attempting the fourth pitch of the Warriors of the Wasteland route in Squamish when something horrifying happened. He had completed most of the difficult moves, but fell on the final one. The cam failed, and a carabiner became unclipped, resulting in a longer fall than anticipated. His helmet cracked, but fortunately he wasn't injured. The cause of the unclip remains unknown, but it left a deep impression on Casey. A man was on a solo hike in the woods when he spotted something unusual. It looked like some sort of animal sitting upright on the forest floor, partially hidden by the bushes. Through the leaves, he saw a canine-like snout, but the animal wasn't acting like any typical dog. This has led some to believe it might be a juvenile dog man or even a werewolf. Or it could be an optical illusion or something more familiar, like an animal or a human. However, the man was too frightened to approach and chose not to disturb it. In September 2018, a YouTube channel called Backyard Birding was recording wildlife in North Carolina when they suddenly heard something strange. A robotic, almost mechanical noise coming from deep in the forest. After some research, I found out these sounds could have been made by a male elk. However, as the video continued, it revealed something much more unsettling. A scream can be heard sounding like someone calling for help. The channel owner initially didn't notice the scream, but viewers pointed it out after the video was uploaded. It's still unclear whether the sound came from a person or just an animal, but further investigation revealed something chilling. Around the same time, a woman named Susan Clements went missing on the Appalachian Trail near Clingman's Dome. Her body was found later, and the cause of death was determined to be hypothermia. However, temperatures that week were mild, raising questions about whether the screams in the video were from Susan. This drone footage captures a group of hikers narrowly escaping a sudden eruption on Halmahera Island in Indonesia. As Mount Dukono erupts, thick black smoke billows into the sky, signaling to the hikers that it's time to leave. Despite their close call, their decision to ignore the no-entry ban was risky, highlighting the importance of respecting nature's warnings. The footage was taken by someone hiking alone in the area and shows a large, dark, furry creature resembling the infamous Bigfoot. Not much additional information was provided, and some details raised doubts. The footstep that appears to step forward looks more like a boot, and the creature's walk seems unusually human-like. But who knows? On October 9th, 2024, a group of explorers ventured into a haunted forest, where they encountered something terrifying. They found a pale humanoid creature hanging from a rope swing tied to a tree. The creature had long, skinny limbs, swinging unnaturally. Disturbed by the sight, the explorers fled in fear. Was this a cruel prank designed to frighten visitors, or did they encounter something far more sinister? Lucas McLeish, a 34-year-old hiker, set out for a solo trek in California's oldest state park without informing anyone of his plans. What was supposed to be a 3-hour hike turned into a nightmare when he failed to return. His family reported him missing after 5 days, worried when he didn't come home for Father's Day. A massive search effort was launched, covering 18,000 acres over 10 days. On the final day, park rangers heard faint cries for help. Using drones and a search dog, they located Lucas, alive but severely weakened. To survive, Lucas relied on wild berries for food, drank water from a creek, and fashioned shelter using wet leaves. Despite his resourcefulness, he endured a terrifying series of challenges. He developed hypothermia, was stalked by a mountain lion, and suffered a painful fall that injured his back. By the time he was rescued, Lucas had lost 30 pounds and was in desperate need of medical attention. A man was climbing the edge of a mountain with his skis when disaster nearly struck. One step caused the snow beneath him to give way, taking an entire layer with it. Fortunately, he managed to brace himself against the mountain, preventing a dangerous fall. Sam Me 514 was hiking when a tense moment arose. A large moose unexpectedly appeared. With quick thinking, he hid behind a tree to avoid confrontation and watched as the moose slowly passed by. While moose are typically not aggressive, they can be dangerous if they feel threatened. The hiker handled the situation perfectly, managing to avoid what could have been a dangerous encounter. A hiker in the woods heard a strange howl that went on for a long time before stopping and deciding to record.
That's definitely not a terrifying sound.
The sound didn't match anything known in the area, making it even creepier. This sparked discussions about Bigfoot or another unknown creature living in the woods. Whether it was Bigfoot or just a prank, it sounded terrifying. This Reddit user shared this chilling video filmed while walking home through a tunnel. The user intended to make a spooky video, but later realized that eerie noises captured in the recording were not heard during filming. The user was alone at the time, and the mystery of the sounds has raised speculation about whether they were paranormal or simply an audio glitch. A young man was exploring the woods when he heard rustling leaves and footsteps approaching. That's when he saw something he couldn't identify with his eyes, so he took this picture. Whatever it was seemed to be observing him calmly. This gave him enough time to snap a picture before running away in absolute fear. Do you think this is just a person or something else entirely? While hiking along the coast, this man noticed something strange in the distance. A humanoid figure was standing still on the rocks, seemingly staring out to sea. However, the hiker explained the spot is impossible to reach due to the mountain's dangerously steep terrain. If it was just a person, how could they have gotten there? And more importantly, what were they doing in such an isolated, unreachable place? In August 2015, John Blatt, a seasoned camper, uploaded a video of his solo camping trip in an undisclosed location. After several days, he began to feel uneasy for no apparent reason.
Alright. I was planning on spending another night here. But I've had an overwhelming sense of something that I can't really explain. My intuition tells me that I need to leave.
The woods were eerily silent, an unsettling sign.
I've been sensing threatening sensations, like I was being stalked, and I have...
Some viewers claim to have spotted figures moving in the background of John's video.
Damn it. Bear with me. I don't know if anybody will ever watch this video. Whoa. Look at that guy. Look at that dude.
However, it's unclear whether it's truly something unusual or just a tree branch. Trusting his instincts, John ultimately decided to leave the forest in a hurry. A group of trail bikers expected a fun ride, but their adventure quickly turned into a nightmare.
Bang, permisi. Tuh, orang bukan. Kok gerak hitam banget tuh. Permisi.
While on the trail, they spotted a large, unidentifiable figure at the edge.
Yan, tenang Yan. Jangan panik Yan. Yan. Permisi Yan. Timpuk Yan. Yan. Yan, tegbiran Yan.
The creature suddenly charged at them, blocking their bikes and forcing them to run. After a brief distraction, they managed to grab their bikes, but everything went wrong when one of them malfunctioned.
Busuk, Cuk. Bau busuk, cuy. Astagfirullahaladzim.
Permisi.
Kok udah di sini, Yan?
Klakson gua nggak nyala, Cuk. Tiba-tiba, Cuk.
Serius?
Serius, Cuk. Klakson gua nggak nyala tuh.
Permisi. Yan, gimana, Yan?
Wah, klakson gua mati, Cuk.
Serius, Yan?
Iya tuh.
Yan.
Nggak bisa nyala, Cuk.
Ini gimana, Yan? Tadi, Yan. Iya, ini.
Astagfirullah. 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 Ya Allah. Astagfirullah.
Buruan, Yan.
Permisi.
Yan, motor dulu, Yan. Gimana, Yan?
Aduh.
Yan.
Despite the chaos, they escaped safely. The creature they encountered didn't seem to belong to any forest they knew. A YouTuber used Randonautica to explore the woods, expecting something interesting, but not this.
What the hell was that? That was a really weird sound. Is there somebody behind me? They're coming down the trail making some weird sounds. I don't see anything.
As he walked along the trail, he heard strange noises, including a singing sound.
Okay, that sounded like that weird ass sound again. What is that? Like, that down there is a train. But what the hell is that noise up there?
As night fell, he felt as if someone or something was watching him. He then suddenly found this: a potion bottle, a half doll with tangling hair, and a bag containing the doll's head and clothes. But what scared him most was this: a photo of a couple with the man's face scratched out and a strange love letter. It almost seemed like a dark ritual was involved. The YouTuber felt like he wasn't alone and decided to leave. This YouTuber, known for exploring abandoned and haunted locations in Indonesia, decided to investigate a forest after receiving countless requests from viewers. As he ventured deeper, something terrifying happened. He heard eerie growling noises and spotted this.
Ya, gue dengar suara. Gue dengar suara, teman-teman. Dan arahnya di dalam. Astagfirullah.
Pale figures with elongated bodies moving among the trees. Unfortunately, the footage is too unclear to confirm what these creatures were, or if it was all an elaborate hoax. Erlo Brown, a YouTuber known for his outdoor adventures, was hiking in South Africa to set up a trail camera and capture footage of local wildlife. But suddenly, something unexpected happened.
Although that's going to be very obvious, maybe if we find something that's a little bit further into the tree line, so it's better hidden, this could perhaps work. I have no idea what that was. That was not an animal.
After posting the video, viewers were quick to speculate. Some thought it was a siren used to scare animals away, while others suggested it resembled the call of a male elk. While the exact source of the noise remains a mystery, one thing is certain: it was enough to make Erlo leave the area in a hurry. Now, it's time for this next terrifying vid.